Thanks so much for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Limnacker, and taking a look at some of the top stories that we're following right now, I want to show you this scene of where there is an investigation underway, and a woman had to be rushed to the hospital. It all happened after Atlanta police say that she was shot while traveling on I-285 in southwest Atlanta. So what a scene, as you can imagine. And she was apparently just a passenger. Atlanta News First Don Shipman is with the First Alert Breaking News Tracker at Grady Memorial Hospital.
Good morning to both of you. Yeah, this is what we're learning. We know that the 19-year-old woman was rushed here to Grady Memorial Hospital, suffering from a gunshot wound to the leg. But here's the thing with all of this. Police are saying that this was likely a random shooting, and they don't know where the gunfire was coming from. This right here is where that vehicle ended up. You can see all of those emergency personnel, police being dispatched to this area. You can see them processing the scene and looking through that vehicle, collecting evidence. This is the 3000 block of Continental Colony Parkway. Atlanta police are still actively investigating the circumstances that led up to this shooting, but here's what they know from their initial investigation. They say that 3 women were in that vehicle driving on 285 when all of a sudden they heard a gunshot. They looked back and noticed that their friend in the back seat had been shot. This all happening as they were traveling in that moving vehicle on 285 in southwest Atlanta. Right now, we do not know the extent of the victim's injuries, only that she was shot in the leg and rushed here to Grady. Once we learn more information, we'll pass that along to you. We're at Grady Memorial Hospital. Don Shipman, Atlanta News First.
All right, and thanks so much to Don for that report. Also, we continue to keep our eyes on the YSL RICO trial. Let me show you a live look inside the courtroom, and this is just the courtroom seal, but I'm just showing this to you so that you know that we are in there live, we're broadcasting, and when you see the seal shot, it's because, they're off the record. They're off the record conversations that court essentially has not begun or it's in a break. And we don't show those conversations that are not on the record during the course of the trial, just for ethical reasons. And so I do want to let you know, and here's some file footage from previously in this trial. But the jury in this massive RICO trial for a rapper, Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams, they're back in the Fulton County Courthouse after an 8-week hiatus, and the big question is the judge here going to, at some point, declare a mistrial? Let me show you here live, because here we see the judge on the bench in our live look. Again, this is a live image. If you want to continue to watch this trial live, you can go to our secondary stream, our special event stream. And we are bringing you gavel-to-gavel coverage of the YSL RICO trial, start to finish. And you can see this is the 3rd judge appointed to this case. Remember, the first judge, Earl Glanville, had been removed. And then after that, another judge was assigned, but she essentially recused herself. So much drama already, so many twists and turns in this trial that has already been historically long. So what happens now? Well, Atlanta News First reporter Rebecca Schramm telling us this will be the first time jurors will meet the new judge in this case. Here's her report.
In the last couple of months that the jury has been off, there's been a new judge assigned to the case, and we expect today she will have a question for the jury. As we've reported, the new judge is Paige Reese Whitaker. Last week, she declined to declare a mistrial, and she declined to remove prosecutors from the case, although she did take a rare step of ordering prosecutors to watch a training video on the importance of sharing evidence with defense attorneys. The judge said last week she wants Kenneth Copeland to return to the stand. He goes by the rapper name Lil Woody, and he's considered the prosecution's star witness. But first, the judge plans to ask each juror and alternate if they can ignore Copeland's previous testimony. If not enough of them can, the judge will have no choice but to declare a mistrial because there wouldn't be enough jurors. So this will be a crucial day in this trial, which is already Georgia's longest trial ever. Prosecutors are trying to prove that YSL is a criminal street gang and that rapper Young Thug is its leader. Defense attorneys claim YSL is a record label, not a gang. We will be in the courtroom as jurors return today, and we will stream it for you on our platforms. In downtown Atlanta at the Fulton County Courthouse, Rebecca Schramm, Atlanta News First.
Okay, so I want to show you this live look inside the courtroom once again for the YSL RICO trial. Rebecca kind of gave you some context there. So if you're curious, you want to know what's going on, you want to watch this live, we are, again, offering this gavel-to-gavel coverage to go over to our secondary stream, also known as our special events stream, and you can watch that whole thing start to finish live. Okay, I want to get you now to some other news that we are following as well. Let me go get you to some video that we captured from the scene of a mass shooting at a party, which actually left 5 people hurt. Still developing at the moment. The person or people responsible behind the mass shooting still on the run after opening fire at this neighborhood party at a Mechanicsville community in Atlanta. Again, 5 people shot, several of them teenagers, 1 person in critical condition and in the hospital. Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer has more.
Crime scene tape could be seen littered at the intersection of Windsor and Richardson Streets in Mechanicsville. Remnants of a mass shooting investigation underway just the night before.
Yeah, everybody was just kicking it in the breezeway and they just pulled up and they just started shooting.
Atlanta police say 5 people were shot at a party on Saturday night, and 3 of those victims were teens, a 29-year-old woman in critical condition.
This gun violence just has to stop.
Tanil Davis runs the organization Peachy Tea Time. She just hosted an anti-gun violence event the same day as the shooting.
I think the police need to be more involved. A lot of these people are having these block parties nowadays, or just even gatherings.
This shooting was the second within the last few days in this neighborhood. Just minutes down the road, a 32-year-old woman was shot. The rash of violence bringing painful memories to mothers like Tamika Pless, who lost her son in 2020.
That's the worst pain any parent can feel. More patrolling. You know these events are happening. That's why when I have the events for Jelani, I make sure the security that is out here is in place.
Both women are hoping communities can get more involved with the youth and do everything to prevent gun violence like this.
Start taking your children to church. Let them know about God.
We're going to keep following the latest there. Okay, let's transition over to our St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. And we're just a few days away from learning who's going to lay claim to the St. Jude Dream Home incoming. Look at that beautiful neighborhood. And there's still a few tickets left for you to have your chance to win that new home valued at $675,000. But also up for grabs, an SUV. And today is the last day to qualify to win that car. Okay, so really important. And look at the campus of St. Jude. Look how beautiful this is, but really important is the life-changing research that they do, finding cures, saving lives for children battling terminal illnesses. Okay, so once again, this is the very last day. If you want to win the car, here's Tracy Hutchins with more.
It's not just the dream home you could win, but an incredible car too. This 4x4 Jeep Compass, courtesy of the Tutton Group, valued at $34,000. It's got a heated steering wheel, heated seats, a lift gate that you can activate with just your foot, a 10-inch screen you can really see when you're backing up here as well. Make sure you don't bump into anything. It has got all the upgrades on it. All right, let's take you in the neighborhood where the dream home is. This is the Brackley community. It's got sidewalks, totally walkable. Look at this gentleman here mowing the yards. That comes with the community. They take care of the yards for you. Wouldn't you love to have that? All right, so when you're in this community, it is really all about family. So many families live here, and we're going to show you some of the amenities that you can find in this neighborhood, because that's what you're getting as well. It's not just a house, it is the community. Take a look at the pool. It's a nice hot day. No one's in the pool today, but I bet someone will be later on today. Right next door is a dog park as well. If you got a furry little friend, look, someone out there walking their dog right now, making sure their dog gets some exercise. So this is definitely the community that could be for you. Let's give you a look inside the dream home. So once again, you can see what it looks like. This 4-bedroom, 3.5-bath home valued at $675,000. Again, it could be yours. All you have to do right now is pull out your phone, text the words dream space home to 470777 WANF. We will send you the information so you can enter to win. The thing is, this is all about making sure that you can help the families at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. 100% of the profits from your $100 ticket go to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
So if you want to take advantage of this amazing giveaway for an amazing cause, go to our website, atlantanewsfirst.com/dreamhome, or you can text DreamHome to 470-777-WANF to enter for your chance to win. Okay, let's transition now to the forecast. First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi standing by with a look. I apologize, guys, my fault, but look, there you have the information for St. Jude while I get the weather map up. That's my fault.
Totally okay.
All right, Courtney Jacobazzi, it looks like very hot.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot day. But you probably noticed, Joy, that the humidity has been a little lower the past couple mornings. It's actually been super pleasant. So what you're kind of looking at right now is our heat risk for the day today. The National Weather Service just created this product, and it essentially serves similar to the Storm Prediction Center outlook, where it'll give us that level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 risk for severe weather. This does that for heat. So the heat risk today is actually low because our humidity for a lot of us is staying on the lower end. Now, it's not going to feel fall-like because it's still going to be hot out there, but it's not going to be super, super sticky. However, notice how you start to get into the orange and red colors the further off to the east you go. The humidity is going to still be pretty high from places like Gainesville down to Athens, down to Eatonton. Unfortunately, you're not going to reap the benefits of that drier air. In fact, you can see that here with our dew point map. We do have dew points generally in the low to mid 60s, which again, isn't necessarily fall-like, but it's more comfortable than where we normally are in the summertime. We're normally in the 70s, which is Athens, Covington, Eatonton. It's still really sticky out there, and as I said, it's unfortunately going to stay that way. You didn't get the lower humidity yesterday, and that's just going to be the case over the next several days as well. So let's take you through how long this is going to last, because I know a lot of you have probably been waking up in the morning, if you're like us, and you're like, wow, it actually feels pretty comfortable out there. That's going to be the case as we head into tomorrow as well. So notice, as we head through the afternoon today, now, I'll say again, this forecast goes for everyone except for far east Georgia, right? From Athens down to Eatonton. The dew points will generally stay in the low to mid 60s through the afternoon. And then tomorrow morning, it'll be another comfortable start with dew points in the upper 50s to low 60s. Temperatures will drop into the mid to upper 60s. Some spots like the mountains could drop near 60 degrees tomorrow morning. So really nice start to your Tuesday. And then tomorrow, our dew points will start to rise again. So tomorrow afternoon, we'll start to have the humidity start to creep in just a touch, and then it'll come back in full force on Wednesday. So today and tomorrow, because of where the extra moisture is setting up in East Georgia, you can't rule out a stray isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon. But most of us, because of that drier air in place, we won't have that moisture to lift to create those afternoon thunderstorms that we see in the summertime. So most of metro points north and west will be dry, but the further east of Atlanta you go, we'll have that chance for maybe just a spotty storm. But the rain chance at 10% or less, very similar to the weekend, so we don't have a rain chance on the 7-day forecast. High temperatures today still going to be hot, so regardless of the lower humidity that we have, it's still going to feel like a hot afternoon, so it won't feel fall-like, even though we had a little bit of a taste of it this morning. The afternoon, low to mid 90s, hotter the further south and east you go. Overnight tonight, again, some spots dropping into the low 60s. It'll be really comfortable tomorrow morning. A lot of us waking up in the upper 60s to near 70. And then tomorrow we'll all head into the low 90s, so it'll be another hot afternoon. We'll stay mostly dry through Thursday, but then notice our pattern starts to change Friday and Saturday. We don't have any first alert weather days as of right now, but if we were, Friday will probably be the contender, potentially into Saturday. A cold front will start to approach and kind of linger over the southeast. That could increase our coverage of rain as we head into the end of the week and upcoming weekend. So we do have a potential Cyclone 5. So here it is. This is the latest forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. It is forecast to become a tropical depression by sometime tonight. And then we will ultimately have this become Ernesto as we head into Wednesday night by Thursday morning. The good thing is, as you can see from this forecast cone, and this has been the case since we really started tracking it, is it's going to stay off the coast. It could impact the U.S. Virgin Islands. Very well could make direct hit to Puerto Rico as we head into Wednesday. And you might be saying, what in the world is potential Cyclone 5? Well, the reason that the National Hurricane Center does this is so they can put out a forecast cone product and give the proper warning to if it's getting close to land. So here in particular, the northern Windward Islands, and then ultimately Puerto Rico as we head into Wednesday morning, potentially as early as tomorrow night. So again, not going to impact us, but it will impact some of the islands that are very popular cruise destinations. So if you do have a cruise coming up to places like Bermuda, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, if you're heading there, you'd have to really be leaving today for it to impact you. But nonetheless, just something to watch. And this again will be Ernesto as we head into the end of the week, potentially by Wednesday night. Here's a look at that First Alert 7-day forecast. So we're dry and hot as we head through the next several days, and then we'll start to have just those summer-like isolated afternoon storms starting Thursday. We'll increase our coverage of rain Friday and Saturday as that front starts to approach, and it looks like we'll dry out slightly by Sunday. But no days a washout, so if you have any plans already, you're thinking about the weekend already, no need to necessarily cancel those plans, but we'll keep you updated on the forecast, of course, as we go through the week. I hope you make it a wonderful Monday, everyone. Thanks so much for choosing us here at Atlanta News First Plus and joining us for Atlanta News First Plus for your top stories and your forecast. Make it a wonderful Monday, and we'll catch you here next time.